What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Kiwan, and I am back with Belle Collective, Season 6, Episode 6, Girls Trippin'. Hold on one second. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Y'all make sure you like the videos so I can stay in the algorithm. Y'all, this whole review, Letitia is just determined to be the victim. And she's determined to blame Latrice. But what about Glenn? Anyway, so Letitia asked Latrice was Glenn doing something inappropriate. Latrice said, I don't think so, but take heed to what Amanda say because she's not a liar. Letitia was like, mm-hmm. And I'm looking at her like, you're asking her this. Why? Because are you going to leave or no? Okay, because something tells me you're not going to leave. You're just going to go fuss at him. It's going to go in one ear and out the other. And he's going to wait about 3 to 6 months. And then he's going to do some more stupid shit. Ooh, I'm spitting all on y'all. I'm sorry. He's going to do some stupid shit. As he been doing. Okay. I feel like Latrice was lying. I feel like she knows more than what she's letting on. I just think she didn't want to say anything. Like, again, Letitia just seems like the kind of lady that's like, I'm gonna tell you something about your man. But I mean, you'll tell her something about her man, but she's still gonna stay with the raggedy ass nigga. Okay? Whatever, girl. Enjoy the low life while you can. So Letitia said, she's not satisfied with Latrice's answer, because your nigga ain't shit. And then she said Latrice was deflecting, putting it on Glendale. She could have. She said, I can handle my own marriage, and Latrice needs to take accountability for her own actions. And I'm just like, the jokes just write themselves. Because you just holding Latrice to task and putting her feet to the fire. But again, it was your husband who talked to her friend, not the other way around. Yes, her friend entertained it, but it was your husband who initiated the contact. Okay? Again, I've already gotten on Amanda episodes ago. Okay? Cause Letitia just really stressing me out at this moment. And she said she can handle her own marriage. Well, how is that working for you, sis? Okay. Anyway, next morning, Marie asked Letitia how she felt about the conversation that happened last night. She said, when people show you who they are, believe them. Again, the jokes write themselves. So Latrice and Tambra are in the bathroom. Latrice said that they are awkward at this point and dinner didn't go well. Well, we knew it wasn't going to go well because they was always going to shift the blame onto Latrice. It ain't my job to tell you about your raggedy ass nigga who been raggedy since day one. You know how he operate. But all is forgiven because we made a commitment to each other at the beginning of the year. And he didn't even wait 3 months. He went into Amanda's DM the next month. Girl, baby, you ain't tired yet, Miss Hilly. Like, I mean, it's nothing at this point we all can say. It's nothing like the shots that's being thrown at her, how he making her look crazy, is nothing we can say. I hope you pull a Melody Rogers. Okay, a Melody Cherie Rogers. When God say go. Y'all, what was that? I need you to go. Okay? So Tambra said when she heard, she didn't want no parts of it. And I wasn't mad at her. Because, again, makes me think back to what they did to Tambra. Not once, but twice. And even the stuff Akeisha pulled with Tambra when they got into it. I just feel like y'all made Tambra y'all punching bag, and she just sitting back while y'all hoes get y'all just do. I wasn't mad at that. So Selena says she's in a hard space, because she's Letitia's friend and she's Latrice's friend. Ma'am, no, you're not. Okay? I don't want to talk about Latrice in front with you, and I don't want to talk about Letitia with you. And that is how you stay neutral, sister. That is how you stay neutral. Okay? Don't get involved in nobody's stuff. If they put you in there, that's because they want to put you in there. But don't insert yourself. Don't take sides. Don't do nothing. Okay? So Marie asked Letitia, is she ready to get back to her brunch and do what God called her to do? And she said, yeah. So we find out Carrie is hosting a brunch and she want to show them what she can do. The brunch is at Carrie's restaurant, and all of the ladies look cute. Some, not all. Some tried. Some were cute. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. So Carrie, states her speech. Then she starts to get emotional. Child, she got so emotional, one of her lashes came out. I was like, girl. When I tell you this lady is going to be comic relief for me for the rest of this season, yeah. So Letitia she said, what she said? Something about she loves Carrie and they've been fangirling over each other for years and yada, yada, yada. And I just kind of feel like you're utilizing this lady for your brunch, for your brunches. I really hope you are a real friend to this woman, because it seems as though you're a friend to no one except for Marie. That's all. And I question that. Okay? So Letitia thanks Carrie and all of the ladies, and she says, don't be afraid to slide in somebody's DM, girl. Girl. She said that's how she met Carrie, because she slid in her DMs. I was like, girl, no ma'am, no Pam, girl, no. Okay. Latrice said your husband has been practicing what you been preaching, my girl. Girl, I was like, girl. I will say this. The brunch was, y'all, please don't come for me in the comments. The brunch was okay. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm really trying to be lighthearted and all of the things, because I've been going off a little heavy depending on what show I'm watching. Okay, but I didn't like the brunch. I will say this. I do think that if Letitia really revamp her brunches, and she has a fan base, I don't know how big or small it is, but she has a fan base, and I don't know, y'all. I just feel like once she disconnects from Glendale and really heal herself, I just don't think she's mentally in a space to brunch and to empower. Because at this moment, and I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all, she needs to be empowered. And when I say empowered, she needs to sit on somebody's couch. Where is Dr. Francis? Okay, can we send Dr. Francis to Jackson? Okay, are you licensed for Jackson, sir? We need to know. Like, are you multi-state? Okay, we need to know if you got a Mississippi license. We need to know if you at least multi-state, like a nurse or something. We need to know, okay? Because I don't know. That lady, and she is a liked person. I just don't like what she did to Tambra over and over. I don't like how she tried to jump on Latrice. I just think that your behavior stems from whatever it is you have going on at home, or some unresolved trauma. And I just feel like she really needs to deal with it. And speaking of deal with it, we gonna get into Selena, because I really like that part. Anyway, She asked the ladies what did they think about the brunch. I was like, child, they got a meme with a girl like this. And if you go on my Twitter, I think it's Kiwan something Kiwan. I don't know. I always post this. I when I learn how to edit, I'm gonna start adding my faves, my favorite memes and gifs or whatever they call it. Anyway, it's not a meme, it's a gif, okay? Because the picture moved. Anyway, not important. Carrie wants to tell us how she wants to be Creole at this point. I just, and let me say this. When them three ladies in her family came in, well, I don't know who the third lady was, but one of them ladies sound like they were from somewhere in New Orleans. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. So Carrie, people came over, and so the lady said, "You got a pot for the gumbo?" I was like, she definitely gotta be somewhere from New Orleans, okay? I mean, now let me say this. If she was from New Orleans, she would have said, "Give me that pot over there, my baby." Or she would have said, "Hey, my baby, get your tea to that pot." I'm just saying that's what she would have said. But she got to be somewhere in that area. I am convinced that one of those ladies was from somewhere in Louisiana. So, y'all, Carrie is so ditzy, but she fun. She's fun. So she burnt the bread. Okay, she wanted to talk about the lemon squeeze exercise, and she burnt the bread. And Marie ordered pizza. Carrie felt the way, and people taste buds are not always Creole, so everybody's not gonna try everything because you want them to. And Marie looked like the type of person that would say, one of those people that say, "I don't eat behind every." I'm sorry, that's what Marie give me. I'm just saying. Marie just give me that. So then Kara decided she wanted to call the girls from Jackson ratchet. So Tam was like, I wish I could do Tambra's voice, but I can't. She was about to come out of her Jackson bag, honey. Like, don't play with us, go play with your mammy, but don't play with us. Okay? Not Carrie's mammy, but I'm just saying. Don't play with us. Go play with your mammy. She was like, "Baby, we are not ratchet." As she proceeds to get a little ratchet. The jokes. Okay. So Carrie, I feel like she wanted, I guess, production told her to came up with the lemonade game. I'm convinced that this was production's doing. And so they used Carrie. But whatever. So Letitia gets on her high horse and say, if you come for her, then if you come for her and her marriage, then bitch is up. And I'm looking at her like, all right. I told y'all I'm gonna hold my peace because girl, you keep holding this lady to the highest of the highest task, okay? And then when you even approach Glendale next week, he gonna go off and you gonna walk in the house and say, "Lord have mercy." But you gonna sit here in front of these group of women after your raggedy ass done what you did over these past few seasons and gonna say, "If you come for me in my marriage, then bitch is up." Did you tell that lady that who we thought was pregnant for Glendale? Who Glendale was I ain't gonna hold y'all. I think that lady was pregnant. I just think that lady had sent that baby to baby having allegedly. But that's my personal opinion. Okay? I think he did get that. So whoever that lady was, I think he got somebody pregnant. Anyway, I just feel like, you came for Tambra. multiple times. But when it comes to you, you can't come for me in my marriage because bitch is up. Okay? I would have told her something stupid like, girl, up in a way. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway. So Letitia said Latrice violated her trust. Ma'am, Glendale violated your trust. And Carrie, I'm going to say this as nicely as I can. Y'all, please don't beat me up in the comments. But Carrie just be kissing Letitia ass for me, and I don't like it. Okay? It seems to me that Letitia wants a flunky. And girl, ain't nobody here to be your flunky. You are not in charge of the girls like you think you are in charge of the girls. Girl. So Marie said, listen, if my friend did some things with my man or was in cahoots with my man, if my friend was messing with my friend's man, I'm not going to talk to my friend over here or my friend over here. I'm going to approach the nigga and I'm going to be like, if you don't tell him, I'm going to tell my friend. If you don't keep it a buck and you not being honest, I'm going to tell it. Something tells me that Marie had already known all of this information before Letitia known. And I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to stand on that. I'm telling you. Clue number 2. She said, I'm not even going to approach my friend. I feel like she already knew. But she gonna keep the lie alive and she gonna take that to her grave. And just as she take that to her grave and keep the lie alive, I'm gonna stand on it. But I wasn't mad at her. Because, nigga, you out here running around on my friend. But then, I wouldn't even do that. It's a hard position to be in. That's why everybody be looking at Letitia sideways. Because even if Marie did go to tell Glendale, whomever, the man gonna try to find a way to trump up a lie and tell it to his wife or old lady or whatever. And guess who gonna be beefing? You and your girlfriend. Because you went and told, she gonna get mad at you because you didn't tell her and you went and approached her nigga. And if you tell her, she's still gonna get mad at you and probably tell you you're jealous. I'm just saying. So I wasn't mad at Latrice because she ain't say nothing. Girl, go to hell because all you gonna do is stick beside him. Anyway, Latrice said she knew Marie True Colors was gonna come out. And I just don't feel like what Marie said was wrong. I just think in the back of my mind and in my heart of hearts, I believe Marie knew. But Marie know how to, and that's what she did. Anyway, she said Tambra knew. So this is Latrice. Latrice said that Tambra knew the same thing, but I'm not going to throw her under the bus. Why would you throw her under the bus? Because she was not there at the party. And Tambra don't owe Letitia a mother thing based on all the bullshit that lady did to that girl. So I will bask in the bullshit another year. It's been 6 seasons. And he been doing this same thing over 6 seasons. So girl, don't try to throw that lady under the bus. But let me say this. Latrice did go on Twitter and she said she wished that she had not made that comment in her confessional, and Tambra reposted and said, I appreciate that and I understood it. So yeah, I think Latrice was just under fire, and I guess she got tired of always being under fire, and it's like, I need a lifeboat, but Tambra not your lifeboat. Letitia is blaming Latrice because she can't control that nigga over there. She ain't. And I'm telling y'all, I really feel like Letitia will flourish once she leaves that man. I don't care if y'all do have a baby. That don't mean he own you. Anyway, the conversation was just pissing me off at this point. So listen, Carrie invited a minister medium, and I forgot her name, but I wish I had her information. It is so much I want to know, and I want to be confirmed for me from those that has gone before me. Um, Two people really, three people really in particular that I just, yeah. Anyway, it's not about me. Okay. So, the ladies are absolutely closed-minded. Like usually, when we were taught in church that anything outside of whatever they practice in church is bad. Like this would be considered bad. People will think that I'm tampering with the devil, and it's like, no, my intentions are good. Everything I do has good intention on it. I love the Lord. I will say that, y'all. I love the Lord, and He loves me. Okay, I just feel like I'm open minded to learning other things, and I feel like we should always be open minded to learning other things. If it's something you're not comfortable with, that's okay. But don't put it down immediately, especially if you don't know anything about it. And I had to unlearn those behaviors. And I know a lot of times nowadays they're calling it spiritual psychosis. And I heard it from y'all. If y'all don't follow Body Blue, love her. Shout out to her, okay? But it was, I think it's somebody else. It's a lot of that. It's happening, y'all. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's what they call it. And here's the thing. You don't want a medium or maybe a reader, or I don't really know about psychics or anything like that, but I'm assuming they're all in the same realm. But you will go to church and allow a prophetess or a prophet to speak over you or to give you a prophecy. I'm just saying, for me, it's all it's all the same thing. Kind of like sage, or I feel like sage and Palo Santo, holy water, anointing oil, which I have in my house. I got from my church. And I also have sage, and I also have Palo Santo. And everything I do, I have good intentions by everything that I do. And God knows that I have good intentions in everything that I do. Okay? Anyway, sorry. So I lost my train of thought. So Selena broke the lady was speaking to Selena and letting her know, hey, did you lose anybody, a father? And both Latrice and Selena said they lost their fathers. And so while the lady was, speaking to her and letting her know what she was seeing or hearing or whatever, however it came to her, Selena broke the fourth wall, which I'm glad she did, and asked production, did y'all tell this lady all of this? Because I think she was crying a little bit, but she was like, did y'all tell this lady this? Like, do y'all know her? And I didn't even think that, because these are things that we don't even know about Selena. But it doesn't mean production didn't know. So she asked, did anybody know? And production was like, you can hear production. It was like, no. Even the medium, the minister medium, she was like, no. She was like, I don't know these people. She was like, I never watched her show. And it's something about her that made me believe her. I really believe her when she says she had not watched this show. Because I'm thinking, even when you're in that realm, even in, spiritual realm, whatever religion you attach yourself to, when you are truly connected, I think a lot of people stay away from TVs. They watch what's in their ear gate, their eye gate, and they stay grounded and they stay connected, even if it's through prayer or anything else, but they stay grounded and they stay connected. So TV is probably the last thing they'll watch. I'm just saying. And that's just my personal opinion. So anyway, we find out that I think it was her father saying, basically he doesn't want Selena to grieve her son to, because she'll grieve herself to death. And I think that is a true thing. And the way Selena was crying, I I felt bad for her, but there was this moment of relief I actually had for her because she really needs to get that out. I've been looking at her and I'm like, oh my God, it is something about her that I just want to cry for this lady, because she is always so vibrant. And I think this was before she lost her son, when we did see her on Bring It. But I really hope she's in grief therapy as well. Like, that's one of the things. I don't know what it's like to lose a son. And I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. But I love the fact that she really, really is still grieving. But she has space for all of her kids, all of the other the three girls and her grandkids. She has space to hold for everybody else, but she still has this grief, and it looks heavy, So I like Selena. I like Selena a lot. So the medium wants to talk to Latrice and about her dad, and immediately Latrice was like, "No, because that goes against my morals." All right. So Carrie asks about, I guess it was a family member who committed, who unalived themselves. And this lady was saying things and saying certain words that, family members say. And it hit her really, really hard. And I'm wondering if Carrie is some type of empath, or she's one of those people that gets emotional. Like, because even when she was talking, she gets emotional. Like, when she was talking at the brunch, she got emotional. When she was at Selena's event, she was extremely emotional. And I think she's one of those people that don't like to see other people hurting. And I'm pretty sure when she hasn't seen anybody in a long time, she'll probably immediately start to cry. And that's how I am, which is probably why part of me avoided going to my class reunion. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, Latrice wants a reading. After she seen Carrie get hers, she decided she wanted the medium to help her. She said that, her dad, the medium, I'm sorry, y'all, I gotta sneeze. She said that her dad, she tells Latrice that her dad is saying that he felt her, but he also wanted to know that he was proud of her. And that was confirmation, because she said when she was at her dad's funeral, she did not cry. She said because she had so much anger for him, but she always wanted to know in the back of her mind whether or not he was proud of her. And so for that was confirmation. And so I don't know. I just love to see where these ladies let their walls down. I love to see what women are open to certain things. Girl, we didn't see Letitia, so I'm assuming Letitia Marie, and we know Tambra didn't get one. Tambra did not connect with her at all. And as much as I like Tambra, I feel like Tambra is a really nice lady, and I also understand that she puts on when she put that voice on. And Tambra seems like a really nice lady, but I also feel like Tambra is emotionally unavailable. That's what she give me. Even when she was connecting with the mind, when they first reconnected, it gave emotionally unavailable. And that could be because of the trauma that she went through. And I do think a lot of times we don't venture in different things because it's scary and you don't want to know what's on the other side. Or you might have to really face your own stuff. Like, it could be a number of reasons, but a lot of times, when it comes to that realm of the world, stuff like that, a lot of people would avoid it due to their religion. That's all. And it's just basically being in a black church, and they tell you the most craziest thing. Anyway, Latrice wants to know where Latrice and no. So Letitia and Latrice go outside and talk. This conversation pissed me off because once again, nobody owes Letitia nothing except for Glendale. But somehow she's gonna find a way to go bounce on his. Okay, Latrice just want to know where they stand. Letitia, girl, all of this because of your husband. Everything is all because of your husband and what he has done. His actions has led to this. But you spout out at these women and you make it their fault because you can't control him. You'll never be able to control Glendale. And even when you try to leave him, you allow him to zap you back in. Like, girl. Anyway, I also feel like it's your turn. It's your turn. Okay, you have done a lot. And it's your turn now. Like, you get back what you put out in this world. I'm a firm believer of that. So Letitia said it was wrong because Latrice knew what was going on in her marriage. And it's like, so what? Again, Latrice is not responsible for your marriage, but yet you are making this lady responsible for your marriage. So Letitia wants to know who's for her and who's not for her. Ma'am, Glenn is not for you. I said I wasn't going to get upset, but somehow this lady is working on my nerves, y'all. So Letitia's expectation for Latrice is high, but where's your again, I think I said that earlier. Where's your expectation for Glenn? Like, you can't trust Latrice, but you can continuously let Glenn in and really, and I know I say this line all the time, and run up your pH like, girl, this is why the episode ended, because Letitia aggravated my soul. She definitely aggravated my soul because you are mad at everybody, and I know you mad at Glenn. I do, but I also know what let me say this. I also know what it's like to constantly allow somebody to come back even though they showed you who they were. But I also understood that is something within us that allows the people that show you, because she did say if they show you who you are, believe them. But you have not believed who Glenn has showed when Glenn has showed himself to you over and over and time again. And her excuse is probably, oh, we have all of these years invested. Sometimes, ma'am, you can stay in bad investments, okay? And Glendale just seemed to be a bad investment. He is not a good man. Now, unless you're playing in our face and this is just a storyline, you can definitely go to hell, because that's some pissy work to do. If this is just a storyline. Anyway, I'm rambling, y'all. I will see y'all in the next video, baby, because y'all gonna run Glendale pressure up next week. Okay, he gonna be like, cut the cameras off. Okay, kind of like this.